Hello, and welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing very well this fine Tuesday, or whenever the heck you're watching this. Today I thought we would cover my memories of Halo 2 growing up. So, Halo 2 for the longest time, like 5 years, throughout my childhood was my favourite game, bar none. Though Brutal Legend existed. Knocked it off its pedestal. But Halo 2 still holds a very strong place in my heart. And I figured after 20 years of playing this fucking game, I mean, I played it this year. I played through it again for the 100th time. I'd share some memories of my time growing up with Halo 2, recent memories, stuff like that. Maybe go over all of the different versions I have. But there are a few versions of Halo 2 that I own. But yeah. Very solid game. So, we'll start with my original copy. This is the version I still play. I still play this copy of Halo 2 specifically. Halo. Huge fan of Halo. Massive fan. Overwhelming. But my love of Halo first started with Halo 1. Specifically going around my friend's house when I was quite a lot younger than I am now. And playing Halo the Silent Cartographer, or specifically the Silent Cartographer in the first Halo. That was my strongest, most vivid memory of Halo 1, specifically. But then, this is a couple years down the line of Halo 1 kind of being out. And then I discover Halo 2. So I'm in a Curry's, back when Curry's had like smaller retail stores in shopping centres or malls, whatever it is. You had these small Curry's, which are kind of like a electrical retailer, and in there I found Halo 2. I flipped. I went, I need Halo. I need Halo 1 and 2. I need Halo 1 and 2. I need them for Christmas. I need an original Xbox. So, I remember finding this in Curry's, going in and opening up the manual and just reading it. And I'm like, oh my god, this sounds really amazing. I don't want to read too much more because I haven't played the first one. I really want Halo 2. And we roll to that Christmas. This is like 6 months down the line, which when you're a kid feels like forever, and it did feel like forever. And we get to Christmas, and under the tree, I find Sonic Heroes for the original Xbox. Then I find Star Wars Republic Commando for the original Xbox. But then I find the Halo Triple Pack. Now, I don't own the box for that anymore, which drives me insane, and one day I will own it again. But in there it had Halo 1, Halo 2, and the Halo 2 multi-map pack, which I used to watch the videos on this over and over and over again. You don't need this disc once you've downloaded the maps. You just don't. But I can't picture Halo 2 without this map pack. And I played a bit of Halo 1. I played a bit of Halo 1 up until I think about Silent Cartographer. And then after that, I just kind of didn't play a lot of it because this absorbed me. It did. For the longest time, it absorbed me. Playing all of the missions up until... and I wasn't very good at Halo 2. Just wasn't. Very blanketly wasn't good at first-person shooters. So what ended up happening was we'd moved out of. We were still living in kind of a rented house at the time. A friend of mine comes over, and we played through most of Halo 2, most of it in one sitting, up until the level High Charity, which is coincidentally my least favourite level in the game. Just not a fan. Not a fan of High Charity. Way too fucking dark. And it sits there for ages. It sits there on that mission. I'm like, I don't want to do it until he comes over again. He didn't come over again for like a year. We were just so busy. with other things. So I took it upon myself to finish the game. And what did I think of Halo 2 back then? It's the same thing I think of Halo 2 now. It's still one of my favourite games. I'm still very good at it. Not amazing, I'm not professional, but it's one of those games where you've played it enough and you know the intricacies of every single weapon and every single vehicle, and you know it so well from 20 years of playing the fucking game that you go, right, I'm better than most people. Most average people who've played it in passing. I'm better than them. To the point where when I play it with my friend and my wife, it's those two versus me. And we'll get to that because it's quite funny. But yeah, I didn't play Halo 2 online at all. I played a bit of Halo 2 Vista online, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of that port. I'm just not, it's not really my cup of tea. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine, but I don't typically play PC games. My go-to was the console. It's the original Xbox. Played the shit out of it. I was obsessed with Halo for a long time. Still kind of am. I can still go back to basically any Halo game, but maybe Infinite, and have a good time. Even with Infinite, I will go in and it reminds me of the olden days of Reach. But Halo 2 is constantly tied for my favourite Halo game. The only other game I even consider tangentially in its league is Halo 3 ODST, and that's just strictly down to that game's music, atmosphere, and sort of the open world design. That's the only reason that Halo ODST holds any weight in comparison to Halo 2's much better story than the original, much better gameplay than the original, and in a lot of ways Halo 3. Yeah, dual wielding was a whole other level, and I know it's such a simple thing, but the ability to kind of switch out, grabbing a couple of dual wield pistols, grabbing this, grabbing that, the fact that they removed it from Reach, I was like, what the fuck? There's a reason Reach, as I get older, Reach ranks lower and lower on my list of favourite Halo games. Halo 2 just stays where it is, because its level design was brilliant. There's only 2 levels that I really don't go back and play. And that is the second half of Sacred Icon, because it's a level just strictly about fighting Flood at that point. Prior to that, you're fighting Sentinels, it's not too bad. But after that, you're just fighting Flood, and then you're just fighting Sentinels, and it's not great. The other one is Hydraulicity, because it's too dark, and it's shit. My favourite levels, Outskirts. Big fan of Outskirts. Really like Metropolis. Probably my favourite level in the game. Outside of 2. 3. Okay, it's not one of my favourite levels in the game. There are 3 others that rank much higher than that. And in order, they go Gravemind. Gravemind is number 1. I love Gravemind. It's fucking brilliant. Fighting through a Covenant city, rescuing a group of Marines, ending the mission in the midst of a giant fucking cluster fight between Covenant loyalists and Covenant separatists, whilst I think it's called Siege of Madrigal. No, it's Breaking Benjamin. It's Breaking Benjamin, just blaring whilst hunters and elites and brutes are all just fucking blasting the shit out of each other before ending the fight against a glitched elite. And if you know about that elite, you know about that elite. But he's glitched. His helmet's always different. It's always like this big... It's either the wrong helmet or it's not missing entirely. It's very strange. I've had the really rare one where it's just like a blank texture. I've played that level so much. It's just great. It's brilliant. Then it's followed by my least favourite level. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts. Oh no, it's story-wise, it's followed by it. Then you've got the Great Journey. Great Journey's great. Big vehicle levels. You get hunters on your side for the first and only time in the series, which is just fucking amazing. Yeah, it's great. It's such a good level. Tartarus isn't too bad a boss fight, to the point where I don't do it unless I'm in a Banshee now. I've never actually managed to get a I've never managed to get a Spectre in there. I've tried. I just can't get up the fucking ramp the right way. And I think I've got a Ghost in there once. But I've never... Typically, I just blow up the wings off a Banshee and fly straight in and then blow the guy up. Because he gets sniped, you shoot him with a rocket launcher and he dies. It's great. But yeah. I picked up a couple different copies of Halo 2 over the years. I've got the Classics one. I've got the Best of Classics one, which I don't think has a manual. I'm going to have to steal that. Yeah, I have multiple copies of Halo 2, just because. And then the Legendary Edition. Legendary Edition's pretty cool. It's one of the very few I have on there. The only other one I can think of off the top of my head... Okay, there's two. Jade Empire. I have the Jade Empire Collector's Edition, and I've got the limited edition of, from the look of it, Mech Assault 2. But this is the only one of actually any major note. Nice steel case. I say nice, it's shipped as fuck. The only real difference with this version is it came with, I think, a making of DVD. Yeah, making of DVD. Deleted scenes, etc., etc. And the manual was written from the perspective of the Covenant, who are the principal enemy aliens in the whole thing, which is pretty sick. Yeah, I've played a crap load of Halo 2. Crap load. Thousands of hours. It's one of the very few games where I have played thousands of hours of it. Because I've just played it so much. And I know it inside and out. And I like dragging it out and playing multiplayer against people. The difference is I've never really met anyone with the same skill ceiling. So it's a bit like, oh, okay. Typically, when we have a friend round, it's them and my wife versus me. My wife hates that because I keep killing her, which is hilarious for me. Not for her, necessarily. But... yeah, one of my favourite stories, and the reason she hates it so much, is we were playing on the... what was the map? Can't remember the name of the map. Turf. We were playing on Turf, which is a very claustrophobic cityscape, where you're kind of blitzing through, there's a lot of things in your way, and I shot her in the head with a shotgun. And then I come round the corner, she's respawned, I do it again, instantly. Just as she's respawned. She flipped her lid. And it was hilarious. It was genuinely very funny. But that's why she doesn't like playing Halo 2 with me. She's still salty about it. Which is fair. And I'm sure she can hear me talking about this. But, oh well, never mind. That leaves us on where we are with Halo 2. So, Halo 2 maps... online for that died a very long time ago. At least on original hardware. You can still do it through, I think, X-Play. And I don't think you're hard pressed to find a match on X-Play. As long as somebody has an Xbox Online, they're probably playing Halo 2. The best way to play it nowadays in that respect is probably the Master Chief Collection. Now, 100 multiplayer maps. It's got the multiplayer maps from Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo Reach, Halo ODST. When you play that one, which is great. This is probably your best bang for your buck. They've got the remaster. Now, personally, Halo 1 Anniversary was ugly as shit. Halo 2 Anniversary does not have those problems. In fact, I'd argue that its cinematics are considerably better than Halo 2's, specifically the Gravemind. The whole Gravemind cutscene is brilliant. It's brilliant in Halo 2 Anniversary. It's really, really genuinely good. About the only downside is Halo 2 Anniversary, I guess if you want to look at it chronologically, you've got Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, well, no, Halo Reach, no, Halo Wars, Halo Reach, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, no, Halo 2, Halo 3 ODST, Halo 3, Halo 4, then you've got Halo 2 Anniversary, because it's told in a sort of, it's bookended by two cutscenes of a character talking to the second playable character, who is the Arbiter, who is an elite who's disgraced on as a result of the Halo ring in the first Halo being destroyed. He's disgraced, and he goes on this whole journey of exploration about realising the faults in his belief system and kind of coming to the conclusion that, hey, they fucking lied. It's bookended by a conversation between a character from Halo 5, who I don't think many people like, and him. And it's basically a sort of flashback, and then it goes Halo 5, and then it goes Halo Infinite. No, then it goes Halo Wars, then it goes Halo Infinite. Yeah, personally, I really like Anniversary. I thought Halo 2 Anniversary was a massive step up from the first one. Its ability to be played on the Master Chief Collection is certainly a huge win. I think this has local. It does. Very nice. It's got a 4-player local, which is brilliant, and I'm super on board with. I think the only thing they could have added was adding in a lighting engine. So I saw a video a while ago on Halo 2, and why it looks kind of worse than Halo 1 is simply down to the fact that the game was built for a lighting engine that wouldn't work on the Xbox original. It's a miracle this thing came out in the first place, because Halo 2 had a notoriously rocky development, and it's amazing that it's as good and as landmark as it was. It was a step up in Halo, and in every way for Halo from Halo 1. I'd argue Halo 3 was sort of a step up in some context, but I think its story's worse. Halo 2 was just out there. It was out there. It was huge. It was long. It was brilliant. About the only thing I don't like about it is its distinct lack of a decent pistol and its distinct lack of an assault rifle. Other than that, I think it's a perfect game. Yeah, so that's my memories of Halo 2. That's my memories of Halo 2, my opinions on Infinite, the multi-map pack, all of that. Absolutely love this game. I could gush about it for hours, but I'm not going to. So yeah, not too sure what we're going to do next week, but this was just kind of to celebrate Halo 2's 20th anniversary. Oh god, I'm old. Yeah, I was like, what was I? 11. I was 11 when this game came out, which is absolutely freaking nuts. And I've been playing it ever since. So yeah, Halo 2, recommend it. Pick it up on original Xbox. It's not expensive. Not if I can buy 4 copies of the bloody thing, and don't get it on Vista. It's not worth it. Anyways, guys, that is me signing off for another week, and I will see you next time.